And get work out running. And it's running. That's doing something that you get running. And it's running like this. I'm fine. AKA money. And started that label. Started running. It became something I got really good at. Within a year or two, I was opening up for big time artists, and it just all happened so fast, but it's fun. Of course, I love music, but nothing that no music to me is like racing. 1984 Cutlass, I was 747. I like compare it to a jet to the he was a part of the race. The whole podcast. It's just a feeling. I hate that it's always working for my second. He's in my game. And all I did was drivers and daddy and drone. The first time I went to the drag strip, I was about 5. I was a 5-year-old talking so smack. Like, oh, beat you, we can't beat you. Forget everything. About 17 is when I started racing for money. I got so good at creating myself. Everybody was trying to jump on me. Like, yeah, I'm on some. I'm like, hey, stack it up. Which one to do? Everybody love me because how I'm driving the car. People are calling me, can I put your car on the flyer? Can I pay you to come to my race? Man, I love this. And then one day, I met my girlfriend. We have this real strong bond. It was just beautiful. In 2016, we were freshly married. Ended up discovering that she was pregnant. So we're in like La La Land right now. Like we're winning races, bringing the baby in. Everything is lovely. After the 5th month, they admitted us into the hospital. We have to do emergency C-section right now. She's trying to come out. She was 1 pound and 3 ounces. The doctor, he said that if she made it 72 hours, that she was here to stay. After 2 months went by, every day it was like a different hope. This is gonna work. She's getting bigger. They're trying everything they can. And one day, I left to go and get some stuff. I was good. She made it 2 months. It hurt bad. It hurt real bad. I went a long time of just feeling like if you haven't been through the similar thing, you can't tell me. Like, I don't care if you lost your mom, your dad, but your child is totally different. They just, that's my family. So, me and my wife split up, which made it 10 times harder. Racing, where I had that brotherhood. When we went to the shop, that dude was killing me. That was different. Racing is a real big purpose for me because a lot of people go through stuff and it deters them and they never come back. You know, I went through a real tragic situation and I was really ready to give up. Every time I get in the car and I put these seatbelts on, she talks to me and we have a little conversation about the race I'm about to do. I got a picture of where I'm holding her. I like to look at her like. I just tell them I'm doing it for you, baby. Like, watch over me. Make you proud.
Let me get some of that salt right there. Put that sprinkle in that thing, boy.
I'm Austin Tate, I'm from Georgia. My dad was a small engine mechanic for a small landscaping company, and I just acquired the taste rate that had a motor. I build bicycles with chainsaw motors on, drive around the neighborhood. Built a hoverboard one time out of a tar, piece of plywood and a blower, and everybody in my family thought it was a lot different for somebody as young as me to be doing stuff like that. Everybody was just stuff like that I really cared for. It was all about, that.
This is the 1980 Cutlass station wagon. I paid $700 for it. With a turbo 4.8 and left motor, I go pickup truck. Car's name, Shots Fires. The wagon was appealed to me because it's different, but it's also unsuspected. I don't think anybody ever expects somebody to make them this fast. I mean, top speed was 99 miles an hour, and we take them to 170.
Childhood. My dad was I was 6 years old. It was you. Your dad was just rubbing his face and choosing some drug. They decided to find stole what's going on. They tried to keep they put stress on my mom, put stress on me, so got me there. I'm just gonna take something changes. They break up and dad didn't want to pay child support. My mom had $5. She made sure we did everything we needed. I just basically set it in stone that I didn't be like that. Riding dirt bikes, that was my getaway. Every day, as soon as I got home, I would hop my dirt bike and I'd ride to the bike. That was riding. I used to go fast. So then I'll get a drag strip. You know, the guys I hang out with now. The people I hang out with, there's a lot of people just like me. So it's not just about racing. We hang out with each other outside of the track and somebody needs help. Anybody. I think I did it for you. I'll let it take it back. Me and my friend were definitely the underdog when it comes to a lot of things. I mean, I really didn't have that family encouraging me to do this car. It's always been, oh, it's a waste of money. This is what makes me happy. This is what I do. I'm the president. This is why we have to take down that. Let me quickly help this small big thing right here. Stick together. This is big for us, man. This is about big. That's what my family is. It means a lot of people in this service. They get ready for so many meetings. They would oh, you know, some of the best tools in the world. Hey, bro. Yeah, check this out. This is the new diagnostic thermometer. Any failure on the car has some kind of heat trace. Like, actually, let's look at Ryan. Look, he's turning red. Crazy. My name's Zach Wright, and my car changed my life 100%. If it wasn't for my car, I wouldn't have my job. It brought me my fiance because we had two mutual friends through the car world. If I didn't have the car, I would have never met her. Was that a yes? Yeah. This was my 1995 Ford Taurus. Now this car, when it came out, it was basically built to haul your family to and from church.
We've never seen before. Cars.
The first time I drove the car to school, they thought I was a joke. The car quickly got its name, the Blue Turd, because it needed a lot of work. I got into really modifying it. I knew I wanted to make the car faster.
I put so much money into this car, maybe $100,000, just to prove others wrong.
After I started racing, people were like, holy crap, this guy was right. His Taurus is fast. Have you beaten the Taurus yet?
My dad was with me the day I bought this car for $950 in Florida.
My dad was into anything that got your adrenaline going. And it's rubbed off on me entirely. Me and my dad were best friends. I was always trying to do stuff with him. I wanted to make sure that I got to spend the most time with him that I could. We went jet skiing 2 years ago. And we're racing and I saw my dad hunch over and he fell into the water. And I got to my dad really fast. I swam him over to the coast. He wasn't breathing. And I did CPR on my dad for 35 minutes. And I lost my best friend one day. It took over a year before I found out the cause. Cardiovascular disease. He was 47 years old. My car has always been my escape. I can even take myself to that garage and I can do something constructive. When I lost my dad, I buried myself in that car. Because I could fall over and die tomorrow. But I'm going to know today I did something I enjoyed. I'm proud that I'm exactly like him. Because I know if you had asked my dad how he wanted to go, would he want to sit in a hospital, dying? Or ride the shit out of a jet ski with his boy? That's how he would want. This race is really important because I'm the friend. And so, my son, my boy, thinking about cars, what's really done. What I'm going to be racing, what I'm going to be racing. I think they're certainly going to be expecting average supercar, but I don't think I really fit that bill. My name is Justin. I'm every rapper's favorite. I own a business that does vehicle wraps. Most of the rappers, I mean, the first name basis. Aside from front row at the concerts, to me, the park is the cars. I get to play with every exotic car ever dreamed I drive a 2018 McLaren 720S. The car is really a magnificent work of art. Most good car owners hate on supercars. They say, never buy a supercar. If a Maxim model asks you out on a date and you say you would rather take out some fourth grade overweight school teacher, I have a nice collection of cars valued around me. This life is technically not what I expected. Knew that I was doing something I really enjoyed and I was getting a lot of praise and ended up making good money. My hands are still cut up and I've worked with my guys 15 hours a day, whatever it takes. If you want to battle them, you work your ass off. As a kid, I didn't have a war. I wake up and shot every day. Still the same kid that I was years ago. I just grew up and got toys to play with. The McLaren's the fastest car you can buy off the showroom. This car is a supercar. I
want to be the fastest because that's just who I am. I always had a saying, I'm not saving my car for the next guy. I'm not saving my life for the next husband. You're going to know I was there and all the fun I could have with it. I'm excited to get into the race. I'll be the last one to brakes, the first one to the gas, and I'm going to lead the pack. We're racing 2018 Langer 720S. Another catch to this is it's quarter mile. This car will not make a quarter mile under power. We got to beat it. God. We need to change the gear out so we can make a quarter mile. I gotta get to work.
The Cullis is not set up for a quarter mile. So right after the 8th mile, his car just won't go any faster. So we want easy to be able to keep applying power all the way down the track. So this gear here should give us about 30 miles an hour extra in a quarter mile. As they get through cleaning this up, we'll stab her in and go test.
We put in so many hours into this car. I mean, it's more than a team. It's really just like a big family. I know I have plenty of power to outrun the car, but racing against a supercar is all going to depend on traction. On an unprepped surface, there's no telling what's going to happen. You could leave, blow the tires off. That's the race. That's it. There's no coming back from it. Then we go on, take them shots off just a little bit, just to try to make, all the traction I can, get a little bit more fight. But then, better we keep the traction to the ground, the more power we can put to it. So make it happen. Now we're getting tight in the front shots. Keep the weight on the rear. That should improve the launch. This is broke, but we're broke pieces of shit. So we're not ready. So they were one of the fun hanging out, working, what do they call it? The built pop off? Yeah. I don't know about y'all, but I hate the wagon took me probably 2 years to get to where it is now. It was pretty rough working the car. There's a lot of expensive stuff on it. I was just planning it out. Like, I need this. I can have it in there in 4 weeks if I work this much overtime and don't spend any money. Being able to compete with a car that's $300,000 is just unreal to most people. Once we get all this done, we get to the track and see what the adjustment from the shot did for it. Sound good to me? I can get the damn shot on here. Maybe it gives a little more quick transfer. Gives a little more traction. You need a 6-pack of Coronas after this.
I'm really confident that I'm actually going to. For the kind of race that is, I don't think there's a lot of cars out there that can come with me.
Yeah, I'm in a Ford Taurus. That's a race car.
No, I've seen a lot of the junkyard. I've seen a lot of the tire folks. I got work to do. Basically here now.
All right, babe.
We're in the garage. Love you.
Love you.
So it's a quarter mile race to find out what that does. Seeing a 10.3,
Just got to put like 35 boost to it. Once this thing hits third gear, I mean, fucking sayonara.
yeah.
Since we're going to be running more boost, I'm going to take it all apart. Okay. Do a retorque on the head gasket. So that way we don't blow anything up. All right. Lift her on. From the time I wake up in the morning, I love my job. I go home, I get to see my fiance. I get to go to my garage. I get to enjoy my hobby. I get to race my car. I truly have the most fun. My dad taught me all. My dad was that guy. My dad was the guy that had everything. Couldn't have the fun. Had the most fun though. And I'm just like him. We tighten this head down. So now we can go a bunch more boost at it. It's going to take a lot of power to get around that car. I know. All right, this is the last one. Get this puppy. Don't do it again. Kind of. Sit on a beach somewhere, drink at mimosas, make it sound bad. Whatever he's doing, I bet you he's not working on the problem ever. If you're ready for this race, I'm going to just basically step it. While everybody else is stressing, we're going to be relaxed.
they don't know my history and abilities. I know what my job is, I know how to get it done. I'm focused on being the first one to the finish line. I grew up in the country on the trail and didn't have a whole lot. I was from there up to the red line and catch the fast. Right the flag as fast as the one here and it's trying to put the good. And that's it. 16 along the Kawasaki, just like and my mom said, "Can I ride that bike? You're not going to do it." First thing I said was, "Give me 5 minutes to pack this shit." 18, I started racing serious. I was racing first. Travel, I was to meet a lot of people, constantly on the edge of life. At that age, I'm invincible. I told myself to have something else to live for. Still needed that adrenaline, so I started building some muscle. And I went into doing a little bit of street racing. I had some buddies that were street racing down in Atlanta, there's still little kids that have no fear. My family has been overly supportive, especially when it comes to racing. Bring a good shot, doing some showing, race every day. Always trying to impress them. That's why I get I'm a fighter. I've been that way before. If I were a dog, I'd be a football. It's just who I am. Don't beat the shit out of this car. Away against the speed limit. There's a visual to it. Really, all that I did for it was change something. Making movies like their family business, here's a plumbing in there. Racing feel all been slow. It's definitely frustrating for sure, but it happens all the time. This is part of the good person's fault for sure. I mean, probably wouldn't have this problem out of Lamborghini, but this is what race is about. The bad person wore out. Yeah. They've been well used. They still work, but it's got a small lead. If we can get some brake pads, we'll be able to. Having everybody here is just that's a normal Sunday. I mean, the salty crew, they'll do anything for each other. It took a little while to fix it, but that same day we ended up making passes. Are we ready? Are we gonna go? Yeah. Everything's good. Got some soup up and all that. The car is used to running 8 miles. We had to re-gear it, so we're gonna test it out. I hope it's gonna work better in the quarter because there's so much power it gets to open up. It looked good. Yeah, that felt real good. Felt like it was a lot more left. The gearing was definitely a big change because when I got to the 8th mile, it was still roaring like, hey, I need more track. Yeah, I'll hold it.
realistically, when you come out here and you're making passes, things move around, you know, probably a few bolts here and there need to be tight. It actually seems like it's going to work better at the quarter because there's so much power it gets to open up. Those extra feet make a difference. And McLaren's in trouble. It's about to be a gap kind of situation. You all right? Ooh, look at it. Strap down, all nice and tight. Yes, sir.
I didn't retort on the gasket. Now we can crank the boost up. We'll get it on the dyno and trying to make more horsepower.
Good. Yes, sir. We're going to make the third ball. Put on canvas up there.
The computer on the car is throwing the sensor here. And see if I can figure it out.
Alright, so probably ignition system. Gotta be nice coming out. But no, that's 32 report.
To get super hard. That's kind of the famous somebody was so hard and small and much. There's the girl with it. I think that's which is how you want to do it. It's not hard. Yeah, should be good. And you get it to the
Just because you didn't build the car doesn't mean you didn't work your ass off to acquire and appreciate it. Every time you get the car, the resources installed, ready to go. I just want to see how fast we can get the cycle needs to go. Thinking about the race, but I want to check the race for some of those. If they play the game first, then they get the bag up. There's no way to do it. First impression I got from Zach was definitely arrogant. But once I popped the hood and he started looking at my car, he toned it down a whole lot. And this is the one that's pretty. Ooh. Yeah, y'all can eat off of it.
I'll take it from bumper off.
I think he may get a little too cocky and leaving on full power. I mean, no car can pretty much hook in this weather on this type of pavement. So I don't think he realizes he's going to spin. Then watch me drive by him. Here it comes. It's just too quiet. It's got to be a turbo car. Oh, it's definitely a turbo car. That car looks bad. How's it going? How's it going? Zach, Austin. Nice to meet you. What's going on, man?
Damn, y'all didn't tell me those gonna be race cars here.
Shit, these are all street cars.
I'm the only one without skinnies. What you talking about?
Yeah, you can't look?
Yeah, go ahead and look at it. Ooh, that's a big transmission.
It's set up.
It's slow.
Get it out hood?
Last might be broke on me.
Well, you know, Oldsmobile, you gotta bump it.
You gotta give it a little love tap.
There you go. Like a 150 size turbo.
It's a little baby turbo with a hurt motor.
A junkyard motor.
Yep.
Probably right out of cooking pool.
I honestly don't care what people think about junkyard built cars. I mean, as long as it works. You know, if it blows, it blows. If it don't, it don't. But we don't race it. Now, I want to see what this 1,500 horsepower Cutlass over here you got.
Man, I wish it was 1,500 horsepower.
Cutlass, that's getting right there in drag car territory. What was his name of Cutlass? Easy Money? That's the actual thing.
It's nice stuff. Wish I had that kind of money. I can't even afford to call and ask for prices. This car here brought up a happy home. That's all I can say.
I haven't had a happy wallet since I got that car. Easy Money is definitely a competitive person. I know this nitrous Cutlass sure is going to be a fast car. I just want to know what McLaren was on to see it.
I hear it. That's a bad motherfucker right there. Look at them tires. Life's good. Life's great.
I know if I were in their shoes, I would think supercar owner isn't going to be able to drive the car. I'm just the opposite.
So this is what we got to play with, huh? How long you had the car?
A little over a year.
So you got a good feel for it now, huh?
No. How do you drive that thing? I don't know.
Look for the bad. Shit. Aerodynamic like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, it moves. It moves.
Would you be interested in renting out for videos and stuff like that? Okay.
Yeah, man, I own a custom rap, so I do all the rappers in Atlanta.
I rap too. Look like I've seen you before.
I'm sure you have, sir. So who owns this one?
Jesus.
Jesus. Jesus, I'm Justin.
Nice to meet you.
What kind of boost is it?
I honestly don't know about it.
Yeah, nice. Looks like we're all gonna have some fun, man. All about all that shit. I think this one got a good chance. He got a good tune.
I don't know. The odds of that are pretty unlikely, but yeah, she broke me.
That's some street racer shit.
Oh, maybe I do have something.
It was surprising that he actually knew some of the stuff that we have on our car, like certain parts and components. He's a real, like, diehard drag racer. It's not that contender.
Who gets with me?
All you gotta do is just put one to it.
There's 10 people in this car to try to do the race, and they only think 400,000.
Jeez, these motherfucking wet. I'm gonna get that car. The only thing I'm antsy about is I gotta wait for those big cars to get ready. Let's get the damn race. I was born into racing. I believe it's something that runs in the blood. They realize what you're trying to do and what machines do. I think I'm gonna watch this. My daughter was dying. I know she's just like smiling, like, get him there, get him.
Yeah, that's the level.
Claire didn't go back around. I don't think so.
Well, then do we have race results over? Drivers out, please.
Man, you can drive.
There you are.
Man, there you go.
Drivers, step forward, please. You guys gave us a great race. I tell you, it was the closest race you've ever had fast cars. Oh. So what you all been waiting for, the result. So in fourth place, we have Zach in the car.
It was a decent run. I'm not disappointed at all.
And in third place, we have Ethan.
I had fun. I had some.
All right, the final two positions. We had to go to the video and watch it frame by frame to find out who is going to go to the championship race in California. And that person is driving a supercar.
Hell of a race. A hell of a race. I know who won.
He's just like us. Nobody out here hates supercars. They're expensive. We can't afford them. But we're going to do whatever it takes to make cars faster than we're going to do it. I like being able to come out here and do this. Hold a 100K station wagon. Photo finishing. I think it's what everybody wants to do. It makes me feel good.
I want to see the show and everything. I got a lot of respect for these guys. I definitely want to hear all the shit talking that went on before I pulled up this morning. And I want pictures of these faces now. So I was fully expecting supercar guys to look arrogant, cocky, and you're a real car guy. I'm not getting last, but I swear to God, I gave it all of it. That's the only reason I got that car. Thank you for the opportunity.
and go out there and go balls to the fucking wall. Guaranteed, sir. That's what I got to say. I like this. Just one of us. Like, it was more than just coming here to race. It was about building relationships. And just having fun. You know, life's too short. Thank you, baby. We didn't win. I drove. And I'm safe. Bring it back home. I'm going to get him back.
It is always about trying, regardless of what far we can have, what I think. You can achieve anything in life you want if you're willing to work harder and put the hours. We're taking the McLaren and moving on to the finale. We proved it every single bit of it.
my dad was my role model. I never wanted to disappoint. Winning would prove my dad that I didn't waste 10 years of my life.
I feel a lot of like really fit in any group, including the race of cars, gave me a purpose in life.
When you win the Super Bowl driver, just look up and say, you're just going to look by him immediately.
Because it just did like $1 million.
Well, the 4-wide quarter-mile race. You just have to let the horsepower take over and hang on.
It's definitely a troublemaker going on. It's probably very I get the thing is that I'm just purely. Everything was never playing. It kind of came out of left field, and I turned out to be actually pretty good at it. And he's still in return. I'm going to play a sense. The piece of me. He's recording on the outside. He's playing not many chance. He's crashing with my friends yet. But on the inside, she's good. She's a little ratchet. She has a V8 spot for her. I'm definitely with her feeling that. I'm kind of raised healthcare. My family situation makes it just very difficult on the outside, but it makes it and I didn't mention problems. So as a kid, you really struggle with that a little bit. And you kind of got really came on with all this kind of stuff. My father just sort of things so I didn't feel like I was allowed to just feel like I had to be. The first time I really cried was someone didn't have it. I put the energy of my father and I was so attached to it. I just saw the car as my best friend in a weird way. Like I always felt like I could get in my car and drive it and everything would be okay. It was a pretty bad trip. But I think emotionally it took me longer to heal than it did physically. Because it took me a while to get and really just be myself. And then eating Booch was a huge game changer for me. I consider him my big brother. Booch kind of ran B crew. B crew is everyone who had the same passion for cars. They didn't care about the looks. They cared about engine. They cared about how they ran, how fast they were.
Amelia didn't know a whole lot about cars when I met her. I taught her how to do her first brake job, and now here we are 10 years later, and she welds titanium like a boss.
Booch is definitely what inspired the LS 240. Mind you, the car was a complete pile at the time. Like, it wasn't running very well. It was spewing black smoke everywhere. Started partying on weekends. Booch and I were doing turbo swaps, working on engines, and that was partying on its own. It was fun. I grew up kind of feeling like I never really fit into any group. Finding B crew was the first time I felt a part of something.
Everybody in the club is so proud of her, and she inspires a lot of us to go out and chase our dreams and do what we thought was risky and impossible, but had great reward at the end of the road. Now more of us are taking those chances, and we do it because we see how far Amelia has come.
So I've never drag raced before. For birthday, I'm trying to break the ground loose. When it comes to drag, I'm trying to keep the ground loose already on the ground. Race time, the car and I, in like a cheesy way, we'll have to cage together. I hope they're under a 50 because the smile on their face.
have a spare seat. Normally, what we used to do this when we were teenagers and we played with RC cars. Anything that breaks, only like $50, $75 at the most. Here, if anything breaks, normally at a 0%, $750. Like, but it is fun. It's fun to watch. My name is Neil Patel. I drive a 2005 Pontiac GTO. This was actually my first car. I got it back when I was in high school. I wanted something that was fun to drive, that was cool, and I stumbled onto GTOs. I bought it bone stock. It's far from that now. It's got triple heads, twin turbo, and 1,000 horsepower. When I drive the full throttle, there's a keen sense of fear. There's a keen sense of, oh shit, hell yeah, this is awesome. It's a hodgepodge of everything. I first discovered cars at a very young age. I would have my father take me to Target specifically just to look at all the toy cars on the shelves. Back then, I didn't know what the auto show was, so Target toy car aisle was my auto show. My father to me was always a role model. He was always someone that I had tremendous respect for. I wanted to be like him in every sense.
I'm a banker. My brother's an accountant. So we're in the professional white-collar work for them. And we wanted our sons to follow our footsteps. But Neil was born with moral forces. I have no idea where he got all that from.
My father in 2008 bought a BMW M6. It came with the 2-day package for the M school. I had been given an opportunity to go with my father. But for 2 days I got to drive the shit out of BMWs that they gave me that I didn't know. So, I was 15, so I was really surprised. I had So when we had finished, I had done so well with the instructor. The reason there was an approach to my father. He said that I had a good future in potential going to coaching. It offered me an opportunity to get into coaching.
And I said, no, I work with my son. Look here and call my son again. Those two too dangerous. I'm here one stuff. Thank you.
That's why they'll know this Harvard. I still to this label. That makes me wonder what he allowed me to that opportunity. I think I would have done something. But despite not being able to go to the motorsport, it actually kind of motivated me and allowed me to hone in on my passion for cars. I can fully invest in becoming an automobile driver.
Those are very good points. Very conscious, very clear. He lets us follow for research experience. And I give the car next time. Then I don't see that. Not in the office, in the time, just try to click. You never forget your language.
And it's very difficult for us to talk to that's very surrender. Like, look at that. This is what it is. The worst thing. My father is there to touch me. But if he's there, I think that was I hope I went just for that alone, so that I would be a sense of guilt for myself to show him that I didn't waste 10 years of my life. Well, you can go this way, singing.
Oh, you found a just about shooting. Very good. I'm so bad about shooting on the base. Yeah, Charlie. Like right there, maybe. Super Cooper, a J32 Acura motor, making nearly 600 horsepower. As far as a sleeper car, this is the ultimate. It's just like a little toy. I think I'm kind of like a kid at heart, and the Mini is a kid at heart. When you look at it, it literally has a grin. The first time I saw Minis on the racetrack, it really caught my eye because they were racing against muscle cars. Seeing those little Minis, against the Mustang and other cars like that, that was inspiring. They hold their own. You take a Mini full force into the craziest corners, and it just stays flat and it has fun. Something clicked for me. I had to do something with that stuff. I had to be building one of these. I had to be in it. This is my Mini museum, essentially. No one can have one Mini. I would say a good, healthy number is 100. But if you have a little more than that, it's okay. But that would be the number that I would say would be a healthy number. The original Mini came out in 1959 in New England, and it had something unique. It had a front-mount engine with a transmission up front with it that made it so that you could fit a lot more things inside it. I started my business here, building custom Minis. Each one of these will become Super Cooper. This, every part of this car is rusted to shit. I'm pretty sure they found it at the bottom of the lake, but this is how they start. And the Super Cooper started like that. I'm very creative. I can see things that a lot of people can't in my mind. The Mini, for me, it was perfect canvas for my art, essentially. Today is the first day for a test drive of this insane Mini. The Super Cooper with the 500 plus horsepower engine in the back. That is just scary fast. It is ridiculous fast. That's my favorite. But it took me maybe 10 years of building this thing until it actually became something that you get in there and go, well, things well. One thing about a supercar owner, no matter what you are, you're kind of a prick. Because it just says, like, look, I got $1 million, you know? Look at me. I like the more supercar drivers that you're up against a car with nearly the power you do, and it's half a penny. We're gonna punch it, and we're gonna deal it, and fix the other car.
やだ、もうやだ。
につながり、血流が悪く、術すぎてきない体に。この内心を見でもなったところで、
新発生時の松本市の様子です。画面の上の看板が横に揺れていることが確認できました。その松本市では震度4を観測しました。再びテレビの映像、長野市の現在の様子です。今です。地震が発生した当時、私は NHK 長野放送局の地下1階のミュージックフロアにいました。ガタガタと小刻みな揺れの後、低い震速報が鳴りました。そしてその後、私は外に出て取材を始めています。私から見る限り、道路は普通に車が通っていまして、信号機などにも異変は見られません。また、普段の夜のようにですね、歩いている人の姿も見られます。地震発生当時は、室内では、棚から物が落ちるなどの被害も今のところはありませんでした。西県長野放送局前からお伝えしました。震度4を観測した長野市にあります長野放送局の前からお伝えしました。最大震度5弱を観測する地震が長野県で発生しました。震度5弱を大町市筑北村小川村で観測しています。震度5弱を観測した長野県の筑北村の実現によりますと、当時、ルームで役場にいました。かかっている状況だということです。続き、被害の状況です。
I can change this upstairs now.
Yeah, I'll bring everything up after I statement.
Okay, so I'm gonna go do my I've always been a super competitive person my whole life. You know, if it's sports or driving or just being the best at whatever it is that you're doing. When I first moved out to California, I actually got hired by a family friend back out of work from able to money at the time, especially for age. I was able to buy cars. The first car I bought was a BMW M3. I thought it was supposed to have BMW M3. The car trip before officially got the car shops in the country. Cars are my life. There's really nothing else besides racing cars, car shows, a whole bunch of cars. My favorite being the Benz 75 LT. When I said I wanted to start an automotive company, people would like either laugh off or go like, yeah. If people walked into my shop and they weren't comfortable and speaking to me about the door because I was a female, and just be like, look, there's a door. You don't need to be here. There's no place for you to go. Definitely felt like I had to constantly prove myself. I had to do better than all the guys. I had to go faster. I had to ride race brands. Daughter stunts, and I had to work harder, longer hours, really take it seriously. I'm sure every reason that I fix the car, I'm there, the whole thing, but not just not funny, just a bitch or whatever people want to think. Just me, and it's right, I kind of felt like not some of those kind of like I have to eat well, it's important for me to know.
So the idea is we're going to try and run this drift car, this drive car.
There's going to be a lot of changes that are going to need to be made to change it from a drift car to driving a straight line. And we're going to have to add some traction and look at horsepower.
It's on no baseline horsepower. It's never been tried.
So do we know what the cars are?
It's a 675 LT. Oh shit.
How fast were those?
Mid to high 6 range.
Hold on, let's write this down. So the 675 LT is 666 horsepower. How much does it weigh?
About 3,000.
What's a quarter mile to?
1.3.
0.3. So your car, Found a Travis package on it right now. It's called right now.
I would put that bad boy about 12 flat.
12 flat?
Flat.
Yeah, we go 12 flat. We got a little bit of work to do. Yeah, we do.
I think what we should do is get a baseline. I think we should leave it place our track and see what we're strong at. We're getting it.
Yes, let's take that drift mode, let's put it in track mode, let's need to do for drifting car. Thought like the suspension, I want to tighten up the front, making sure that when this car launches, all the momentum is going to the rear, making this rear drive. So make sure she gets off the line fast and consistently, minimum wheel hop, minimum flex.
I just feel like launches it.
It's right where it comes out to the drive. Wheel launcher, you can get it through the
It's your focus based on how it launches.
that half second's going to make a big deal when you launch.
Upward.
I'm usually up against the McLaren 675 LT.
Hardly any real thing, no curve. Can't even hear a transmission switch.
Where's that?
On it, that's the car. And
We need to shave off a couple hundred pounds. We get it down to like 18 horsepower.
possibly, just start pulling stuff out. As far as tires go, you have to put stuff on tires. It can be a little limited. But
What is the compound super sticky?
right,
I'm fine with that.
we'll find the best one though.
This is basically what we're up against. This is not us. Part of our strategy was to lighten up with the confidence fast and light and negative buttons. So jumping off the line really quick is something I'm gonna need to do.
Check everything out, and then I'm gonna check out for a spin.
And see how it goes.
Yep.
That's just looking fun, you'll see.
That's actually a badass car.
That's cool.
4,000 plus. I got. I can't say no my size, but for the most part, it's not really going to need too much investment. We want to have a proper tire on the car, change the diff fluid, do the engine oil, do the spark plugs, stuff like that, to make sure everything's on point. I would like to say I am calm most of the week, except I'll be depressed, honestly.
Damn, you got it.
You know, I have the guys here helping me just to make sure that, you know, anything that may be overlooked is taken care of as well. Just, you know, another set of eyes, alternative set of eyes, never hurt. In college, I got bit by the mod bug pretty hard. Well, my father, he didn't want me to work on cars. And because of, you know, how close my father and I am, it forced me to be very secretive. A lot of modifications I did to my vehicle. I had to make sure that my car wouldn't arise too much suspicion. I had been caught working on the car, in the process of doing this ultimate turbo build. My mother had threatened to kick me out, burn my car, you know, crush it. Every bit of hatred they had for my desire and passion went at this car. So I stashed the car at people's houses. I love my car to death. That's my baby. Right now, the GTO is probably capable of taking on a supercar.
So I imagine our McLaren driver right now sitting on Tinder, probably swiping right on every single female. Hopefully it's provided a lot of benefits other than winning, because he's not going to win right that much.
When the last time you did records? It's been a couple years. But it's been in a straight line, so I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. But when they see Women Poa, they're probably going to be like Travis Packers.
They'll say that.
Yeah. I know people look at me and think life has been like easy and everything's been handed to me, but it definitely hasn't. Everything I've ever gotten, I've had to work really, really hard for. I grew up between Minnesota and Minnesota, and then we moved to New York when I was very young. My aunt and my mom were doing modeling. My mom kind of did her best, but I think she had other priorities. She was young. She was definitely struggling with some addiction. She was set up to take care of a child. I don't know how to fend for myself, take care of myself at a very young age. Figuring out stuff like just how to eat, how to get food. Growing up, there was always a lot of chaos, but when I started driving, it just changed my life. Driving has always represented something like just being able to like escape. It was like kind of a meditation for me, and it was a way to kind of take me out of my problems or things that were going on in my life. I was a really reckless, stupid driver when I was young. I just wanted to go fast. When I was 19, I had my son Luke, which obviously wasn't completely planned, but it was the best thing that happened. I was going pretty fast in whatever direction I was going to go into without really being grow up and just slow down. And then I had my daughter. I think a lot of my parenting has been how to do things differently than my parents. It's tricky to find a balance between being like a single parent and running a business. I just have to sleep a lot. You just gotta keep going. There's definitely a lot of pressure with this drag race, but I've been tested and challenged so many times. So far, there's nothing that's been thrown at me that I'm not able to overcome. In the race, I mean, so far, there's not much to do. It's pretty daunting, set up and stop. For me, I've done pretty much every kind of extreme driving. I've done rally races, drag races, I've done some track stuff. So I'm really excited to get going. So I can really excited.
In this drag race, supercar drivers are going to sit there and then they're just going to go, bing, bing, bing. Look at me, I'm rich. What I have to do in my mini is I have to have the e-brake held in the proper gear, rev to the right number, watch the light, drop the e-brake, release the clutch, throttle, throw it in gear. I have to do all that fast.
You gotta stay straight the whole time, otherwise you lose energy.
I have quite a bit of experience on tracks, a lot of racing schools. It's all about that instant shit, don't mess up.
How'd that feel?
Fucking awesome. This thing's insane.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
You stay?
Straight line, maybe keep launching it on this setup. Just beat the shit out of it. Hopefully it doesn't break.
So far, so good.
And if it breaks, we got shit to fix it.
Well, but do we have time to fix it? Perhaps the downside of Tyler's overconfidence is going to be he is willing to break something, and that could really come back to bite us. If something goes wrong, then that's kind of it on race day.
I will be even more proud of what this is when we whoop some freaking supercars back.
I've never drag raced a car before. And what's going through my head is, am I as a driver going to be able to really grip up? Am I going to be too heavy on the throttle? Am I not going to launch properly?
We'll be on either side of the car, we'll starting and then walk off 60 feet.
Drag races are won and lost for 60 feet of race. Really, the big thing she's going to have to pay attention to as a driver is her launch. Making sure she's launching at the front RPM and giving the car enough power to get off the line aggressively, but not too much power to where she's pulling the tires off.
I'm going to move right over there, try and get a visual on the launch. I give you the thumbs up, we're all clear and safe and ready to run. Alright? Harness is tight? Yeah. Good? Alright. Good.
Okay. And the 560 foot is 1.6 seconds. That's going to win each of me today. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. I just want to do well.
2.96.
I'll definitely definitely did not feel bad. I felt no bite.
Yeah, we didn't have any.
Yeah.
We didn't have any spunk at all. Alright, ready? We got
2-6.
She's in your gas earlier. Making progress there. I want to see give her more throttle.
Holy shit.
What was that? I think she could have been harder.
Let's go one more time.
Get Rob real quick.
Rob!
Yeah.
Listen to that valve. You only reflect the valve spring, you know?
That sounds bad.
Up there.
Shut up.
I'm surprised I could hear that ticking. Everything went fine. I thought it was great. I came back smiling. I did a J-turn and line back up, and on that J-turn I heard the valve trace ticking louder than I've ever heard before.
Yeah.
And temperatures were good.
Temperature's fine. Everything's fine.
I'm worried at this point. Drop the valve spring.
I wonder if we should just upgrade the valve train at this point.
So do it. Why
It'd
not?
be an easy way to make power. That way
Yeah.
we can put a huge cam in
Yes,
here.
we may as well do a cam. We may as well
Get the
upgrade that
springs to
head.
match.
I like it when there's solutions. Throw more power to it.
Yeah, with the race as close as it is,
You know,
we're really cutting close.
I don't think so.
You guys are down. I'm down. Are you in?
I'm down.
You're down?
I'm down.
After everything that happened today, I think we just need to upgrade the valve train. I think we need to go bigger heads. I think we need to do a large cam. I think we just need to upgrade the power.
Got it.
Yep, they're all in. And there's still a lot to do to the car, and the race is like so close to each other. I'm not putting too much on my shoulders, which I'm easy to do, and not only that, but also, you know, my friend's shoulders. What's at stake for me is just being able to prove that as a female, that's
When I win, the supercar driver is going to look over and say, he's got whooped by me. I'm going to be able to just whip on this thing. McLaren doesn't want to eat the clutch. It doesn't want to blow up the engine. I don't care. I want to win.
did not sleep last night. I'm exhausted. I've added another 150 horsepower to my car. I mean, we've completely redone the suspension. I upgraded the clutch. So I feel like I have a better chance at winning than I thought I did.
Fuck, man, that shit is man. Come race day, the car is going to be on kill, but I'm going to be nervous as hell. Winning would be a sense of validation that me and my team will win.
It was a lot of night, but we've done so much work that sounds like proper launch. I mean, I wholeheartedly believe that there's a shot. That's the other car. Oh, car.
It's not good.
No, she's not too good.
Bro, no, that's your competition.
It's a 240 SX. I see everybody here as competition. I'm here to try to see if the machine that I built can compete with something that was engineered by a $100 million budget in a factory in England. Way too early. Shit, we got that one. We're good. Go. We got it.
I'm not gonna judge before.
I was expecting like 8 people to hop out of that.
Everyone makes fun of you for driving. It looks like some toy for a kid.
But I need to be able to show everyone how fast this thing is. Car kicks ass.
Oh, you have big meat in there.
Really cool.
Yeah,
You work with it. So cool.
yeah.
My dad hates my passion projects. Absolutely hates it. I had to hide it.
And having the disapproval.
I had, oh my god, it's
Just
just,
thinking about it now.
still doesn't. He's supposed to be here later for the race.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm supposed to see if he makes it. He's going to visit yet.
You know where I'm at, right?
Yeah, I've done it 675.
And you're gonna bump it, right?
I'm hoping. It's just the initial launch is my biggest concern.
Yeah. That's where he's gonna be quick.
Yeah, because he can run a 10 flat at 140 on anything. Those cars trap 140 miles an hour. That's not a slow car.
Oh shit.
Up here it comes, guys.
Look, it's purple.
We beat this car. It's powerful.
I mean, it was very important for me to represent women in a positive way. It's a really big deal to me. This is everything we do.
Those wheels are worth like 12 grand. Those are like $20,000 wheels.
The HREs.
Those are HREs. Jesus, wheels cost more than that.
It's a girl. It's a girl. Oh, fuck yeah. You guys ever seen a bubble before? Go say hi.
Tyler,
Tyler?
I'm gonna be the one you're following in the red. It's under 2,000 pounds. It has a supercharged V6.
So it's a forged 6.6 liter.
LS1, 243, 150. I was really good reason to these cars. Because I mean, my car is built to really advanced. I don't really think I'm going to use it today. I'm not too concerned about it.
I was surprised to see that did 50% of the racers win. That is very unique. I'm not going to be done anyway, so.
What are your thoughts?
Well, it's just reaction and how nervous.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna come down to.
You can't really judge a book by its cover. When she pulled up, witness, and then talking to her, she's driven more supercars than I've ever even seen. I totally respect the women that I'm up against, and I respect their ability. McLaren driver and a rich racer are definitely competition. All drivers, please, get your cars clean for any bottom of the track.
I wanted to guess that we had a sport like this. There are some cars I'm worried about, some that I'm not too concerned of, but you never know what's going to happen. This is a race at the end of the day. Oh, hey! You made it! Yeah, that's my good day. I'm visualizing everybody in my win, so I just have to make sure that I leave on time to the deadlift. I just got to make sure that I can keep up with these guys out of the hole.
I don't think that you have the car in the road, nothing. If you're breathing under control, you can calm. That's the first thing you need. If you have fear in the driving,
Especially. I was really surprised. I didn't expect to see him here. I've never seen him in an environment like this. It's a very unique experience.
I will accept the risk that you have to go through. Nail biting and standing and praying. I don't care if you win. Just get into the finish line safe and sound.
It's a very nerve-wracking event, and I don't know what's going to happen. We are here to beat the Super Bowl. That's why I'm here. I want to win this freaking thing so bad, you have no idea.
I think it's nervous because there's a lot of money at stake. There's a mistake made. This car is very expensive. Any piece of this car is very expensive. So, stay in your lanes.
How you feeling?
I'm kind of nervous now.
Hold on straight now.
Alright, girl, make yourself proud.
Feeling nervous, feeling excited. Can I launch properly? Am I gonna break something? Can I hold it straight? Also, have that competitive line coming out of me right now, where it's I just want to kill it right now.
Having my father here, I can feel the pressure to win. I just have to leave as fast as possible, let the horsepower just take over and fucking hang on.
What? That was fucking crazy. I was gonna shake homie's hand, dude. That was a close fucking race. I don't know if I got you or not. I think you came around me and I walked up and there's so much money. I was waiting for the purple blur. I was like, no. I don't know. He was in front of me, but I don't know if I got him before the end of the
All right, everyone bring it over here, please. The race between second and first place was really close. Very good news is, so, without further ado, in fourth place, we have you.
We came a really long way just to be here. I'm more stoked on how my launch was than what my finish number was. So horsepower, whatever, they can take it. But off the line, I felt great.
And in third place, we have very nicely done, nicely done.
So I got a little bit of a late start, I think. By the time I left, the cars were already a couple of car lengths ahead of me. Definitely not happy I didn't win, because I think had I not gotten that late start, I would have for sure won.
So, in second place, we have Tom.
If I had lost to the McLaren, I would have been pissed. 1,000 horsepower GTO. Yeah, I'll win one day, he'll win another day, but I beat the McLaren, and that's really what I came here to do.
So, Neil, congratulations. You made it to the championship round, where you will race for the title of that. So, outstanding job, congratulations.
It feels surreal to think that I actually made it on top. There is a huge sense of accomplishment and a huge sense of fulfillment to see what the car that I built just did.
See this today.
Oh, he's here. Having my father here, it definitely puts me and him on another path. All of the issues he had with the car kind of faded away because it got me to where I am.
A very emotional moment. He won. After all the years of persevering with the car and son fully dedicated to the car gave him the victory he's been looking for. I have respect for him that he's chosen a passion and he's fought for his passion. He knows how hard he's had to fight for his passion. It didn't come easy. I did not make it easy for him to push what he was. It's very important. And me both to share this moment of victory.
Today, we're going to have one full line, and the winner of this race will go on to the championship line.
I'm doing this race for my kids. I just want to win bad.
This car represents me because it's a budget that you can get. You know, sometimes you got to eat top ramen if you want to go fast, you know? If this car right here was to be a shipping car, I mean, that's just something I'm going to take with me to the grave. We don't live every paddock we lose to a supercar. Well, it's just...
I think a lot of people might say if I lose, how could you spend that much money on a car to be beaten by something that costs so much less? We gotta win this one.
What are we doing then? We'll get you ready for the race. Yeah. Not like you're scared right now. Yeah. But we can't lose. Yeah, we for sure. My name is Karan, age 30. Growing up in Tompkins, kind of rough. A lot of gang banging, shootings.
when I was younger. A couple of my buddies got killed. Most of them in jail now for robberies and killings. A lot of trouble in Compton, so getting into cars kept me out the jailhouse. I live with my mother at the moment. I live with my mom, who's pretty good. I mean, I can't complain. I was spoiled only because I'm the baby. I was one of those cars for the granddad's like, oh, give me a socket, give me a wrench, give me this size, you know. That's how I picked it up. From there, I just like, this is what I like right here, cars. First car I ever built was in 1967. El Camino. I begged my mom to buy that car because the car used to always burn rubber, it looked pretty fast. So I'm like, I want that car, you know, it runs.
You didn't talk me into getting that car. You just told me that this guy had a car for sale and he begged me to get it. I guess I just went on and got that car for him.
You know, it was just something to be excited about. Like my first car.
And that car was just keep on building because one was without transmission, the whole nine yards, and just this one again.
This is pretty much my first actually race car I kind of built. The 1989 Ford Mustang. Started in, I want to say like 2011 roughly.
Purchased it for about $900. Since then, I have about $15,000 in the car with all the modifications I've done to it. It's a Chevy motor I've seen it in the LS1. Pretty much conventional old school transmission, TH350, and I got nitrous to make it go fast. I like how it looks. Like my buddies always tell me, hey man, get your car painted or do this. As long as the car runs good and go fast, that's all I care about.
Alameda Boys.
I'm rolling with the Alameda Boys. That's my crew. Been with them for like 5 years.
Well, we're pretty well known in the streets. And when we come out and our game's on point, it's pretty much hard to beat because we're actually real deal street racers.
You know, I love to street race. Main concern was just pretty much just worrying about the cops.
When I first kind of came out, I used to race at least once, twice a week. Kind of slowed down because of the police now, but we still try to get out there and race once in a while, you know, trying to have a little bit of fun.
You know, when you're trying to race with one person by yourself, there's so much you got to do to go over the whole car. So with a crew, you know, you have a couple of people that can help you out. You know, we have our ups and downs, fighting and just talking shit in general, but it's like a family.
Do I think Carl's Mustang was a supercar? I don't think so. Our possibilities are small. We call the car zip tie because all of us go self-type screws and zip ties.
You hit the bed of everybody, we're gonna fall off, man. Yeah. We gotta take all that. You know, we existed the last time. It's what's fucking apart.
He's driving, he's pretty good. He's focused, he's turned into a different person. Just his attitude, you know, you think that he's like, oh yeah. People might think like, we're gonna get in his head. There's no way you get in that man's head. Fuck no.
If this car right here is to be a supercar, I mean, that's just something I'm gonna take with me to the grave, you know, like, and you know, something you can't ever forget, like, wow, you know, this little cheap ass Fox body took down a supercar, you know.
Supercars are something I've loved my entire life. And to me, cars like this are almost like works of art. There's something about how beautiful it is, the way it drives, and there's so many millions of dollars of research and development put into the car. It truly is a special experience behind the wheel. I just love supercars.
My name is Parker Nierenstein. I'm 24 years old. Currently, I've got 3 cars in my fleet, but the most special car I have that I'm bringing to the race is my 2015 Ferrari 458 Speciale Aperta. They only made 499 of these, so it's extremely limited. Current market value of Apertas is between $650,000 and $700,000. A lot of people think it's ridiculous to spend
this much money on a car. But if you're into something, you don't make rational decisions. This isn't a purchase that you can go, yeah, that makes sense. It's an emotional purchase. Well, I've only in this car for about 3 months. I have instantly fallen in love. It's the connection to the road and the razor sharp steering. It's lightweight, it's fast, it's loud, it sounds so dang good. Owning a car like this to me is honestly the realization of the dream.
That dream led me to kind of go crazy over cars. It's a little bit
Growing up in Marin County, or wealthy people who were trying to pave their own path was a big inspiration for me. I wanted to create something that would create the life that I want. The first memory I have of being into cars, I was like 3.5 years old, and I liked building stuff with Tinker Toys and blue tape. I built this kind of top-fueled dragster that I was sitting in. I was super excited about. When I was 10 years old, the 2004 Lamborghini Gallardo came out, and I became obsessed with it. I just needed that car so bad. I didn't know exactly how I would get it. But that desire for that car is really what led to today. I got a bunch of supercars. When they see a young kid in a Ferrari, is their parents must have bought the car. Honestly, it's completely wrong, but I've put tens of thousands of hours into my business to be able to afford a car like this. I think it'd be really awesome to win, especially because this specific car is meant more to be fast around the track than it is in a straight line. Of course, there's some bragging rights, winning a 4-lane drag race and going on to the finals. I'd be down.
I got the water, put it up. Get up. Get up.
Yeah. You want juice stick or no?
What was pork?
Pork. Raised in the beef. They don't know.
I don't know. It's all the tea here.
Yeah?
My name is Jim Ramirez. I drive a 1973 Chevy Bagel wagon. I purchased it for $3,000, and I'm probably $5,000.
Just start everything because it's as budget as you can do. That's the problem. I mean, it symbolizes me on budget. I mean, I wear raggedy clothes. I wear, I do everything. Sometimes you gotta eat top ramen if you want to go fast, When I race, people think, what is that piece of junk doing here? Once they see it hit the track and hit a solid number, they want to know what secret I have in it.
I grew up in East LA, California, mid-70s. It was a tough upbringing. My mom was the backbone of the family. My dad, he was a drunk, abusive father. Just a bad person, to be honest with you. And my mom left him and saved us. Honestly, I don't think I'd be alive here today if I'm bad with demons. Go ahead, he came to the rescue. He saved pretty much me and my mom. He taught me the ways of how to be a better person. He was not just my uncle, he was my best friend. When I got into cars, the first time I took a ride in this truck, a 1915 Ford truck, and I still have it today. I did our first ride. That was just amazing, the feel of
lighting up a tire and taking off, and it was just a rush. You know, I was maybe 8, 9 years old when that happened, and I just had a grip from every day. You know, it was the best thing. From that day, it's just, you know, that's what you want to do. My uncle Eddie just recently died. He had pancreatic cancer. Yeah, I do. I miss him a lot.
People ask me why would I want to do this race. It means a lot to my uncle Eddie. You know, just to have him see me do good, you know? I think he'd be ecstatic.
To build a fast car, it's like a whole nother level of like perseverance, determination, commitment. It tests your resolve on a whole nother level. People that do it totally get it. People that don't do it are like, why the fuck do you do that? My name is Frankie Trutanek, and I drive a 1986 Buick Regal T-Type. I'm a racing junkie. I love going fast. My car is costing me over $150,000. Everything's pretty much modified or totally changed.
All Botec electronics, literally spared no expense on every car.
First memory of cars was actually I think it was a Disney movie called Love Bug. Volkswagen Bug, his name was Herbie. And he was like the underdog. He was like the pile of shit bug. I just remember vividly, like, Herbie would do this crazy shit to win races. But that, like, really fueled my fire for cars. My childhood was fairly happy. Somewhere in the preteen years is where my parents' relationship got more turbulent, a lot more fighting, and then my parents decided to get divorced. Developing like coping skills at that point in my life was very difficult. I was drinking and smoking weed at the time, you know, partying, like doing coke, and I was pretty dependent on that. I dropped out of 2 colleges. I remember getting very sick. Like, my body was just shutting down. And I went to the hospital, and the doctor just looked at me straight in the face. He's like, look, you have the liver of a 50-year-old and you're 18. Like, you're not going to live long if you keep doing this. I remember just, like, that feeling of, like, fucking lost. Like, I had 0 direction in my life. It was a rock bottom moment. I just felt like a complete loser. I remember being high on meth, you know, 3 in the morning, watching TV and seeing this infomercial for Universal Technical Institute. They were talking about this Hot Rod U, like, codes program that teaches you how to work on a hot rod.
If you're looking for a career that combines high-tech skills and creativity, then UTI is the place for you.
It was like I found my calling. I was very decisive. I'm like, this is it. This is where I'm going. I'm doing this. So when I went to UTI, I just felt like I was around like a bunch of like-minded people. I remember just being like, this feels like home. This is what I've always wanted to do. I remember just being like very determined to sober up and not fuck up. And then I remember the day I graduated, you know, I walked back to where my dad is and he pats me on the back and he says, congratulations, you can work at Jiffy Lube now. He never wanted me to be a mechanic. He couldn't be proud of me building cars. And I remember I was just pissed, and I remember that just like propelling me. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking be successful.
Racing. 2015, already 458, especially up. I think so. Yeah, this ain't that fast either.
You got to take it on. Ain't no fucking run. I don't care who's none of this fucking street cars out there. Sleeper, whatever the fuck it is. We gotta put our name out there. All we gotta do is
taking off the bidding for an exercise, for a bigger jetty. That's like the 250 shot.
It'd be crazy if the car ranked up and over 250, it would turn into a different animal now.
Be over here risking blowing up the motor.
by adding more nitrous to make a little bit more power.
I mean, I know we don't really do a lot of maintenance on this car, but it'll survive, right?
Usually when it's a nitrous backfire, big ass flames and shit shoot off to the carburetor. Sometimes, you know, you can blow your motor or a gang of parts. Part of the nitrous game. Mike, I'm about to connect the bottle right now so we can check to make sure we have no leaks. Alright, I'm about to open it, Mike.
Alright. We really want to win this race. Fuck everybody up. In the supercar too. Make him feel bad that a $1,500 car is fucked his ass up.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I would definitely consider myself an influencer. I've built up a reputation over a long time. My senior year of high school, I was always the car nerd, reading magazines, watching TV shows about cars. So people would ask me questions about what car they should get. So I started helping people one-on-one, and then decided I could probably help more than one person at a time. And that's when I created Vehicle Virgins, my YouTube channel. I've been posting 5 to 7 videos a week and slowly growing an organic user base over time. Most people didn't actually believe it would work. It wasn't until my junior year of college, when I was able to buy my first supercar, a 2004 Lamborghini Gallardo, that everyone went, oh. Now finally realizing my dream, I was so ecstatic that I would wake up in the middle of the night and go down and check to make sure the car was still there. The channel averages around 20 to 30 million views a month, which is more than Top Gear and Motor Trend and a lot of other large YouTube channels. My channel has made me a millionaire, which is pretty awesome. My most popular video of all time is when I picked people up in my Lamborghini as an Uber.
That's an Uber. You've never been an Uber.
It got 23 million views in the last year and a half.
I think as an automotive YouTuber, I've got a lot of pressure not to mess up. I'm the guy who's supposed to know exactly how to do it. So if I do have a bad race, I think it'll be embarrassing.
458, Speciale Aperta. Whatever that is. I don't even know how to spell that shit. There we go. 4.5 liter V8. We make almost double that. Look at the foot-pounds of torque. That's the torque. We make like 5 times that. It's a V12. I mean, it looks cool. Yeah, it's good. I think what we gotta do is just change those rear springs. Yeah. Go super aggressive, get the thing to squat. Putting lighter springs in the rear of the car will give it better traction at the launch, so it'll take off quicker.
The lighter spring on is definitely going to help for weight transfer. Bring the weight of the car down. Yeah, buddy. I think it looks cool. I think it's going to look hard.
Oh yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun.
I think next we just gotta get that launch strategy down. Get hooked up to the Motec, start playing with that. Want to meet Daddy's friend? Cars are my passion, but I'm a dad first. I have 2 daughters with my ex. Charlie's 19 and Stevie's 4. You want to jump in the muddy puddles? Okay. In spite of how my father felt about it, I have been a very successful mechanic. I just don't want to do the same shit to my daughters. Whatever they want to do. They want to be an astronaut, I'll be like, all right, cool, let's get you in the space shuttle. Let's figure that out. I'm not living this life right now for, like, specifically for me. Like, this is about, like, my 2 kids. And, like, I got to show up for myself, too, and, like, have fun. But it's really about them. They've never seen me race. I want to have these bonds with my daughters. Since I'm married, I'll be able to take away from them. From us.
I'm looking for my other parts, my spare parts for my car. My uncle was the guy that would tell you all the time, you know, why are you going to go buy it when you can just make it? We built something out of nothing, you know, pretty much all junkyard parts. And the only reason it's like that, it's Frankensteinish like that, is just because pretty much because of him. I got it. I got it. I found it. You know, I put it on the frame rack. Things like my road dog on the side. Known himself for a couple of years. He goes to the track with me. It's very important to have somebody just because you can't do it all by yourself. Well, then what? You write that perfect. Right there? Yeah, bring it up. So what we're going to do is increase the spring pressure on the wastegate. Instead of changing bigger things or one bigger turbo or whatever, you don't have to spend a lot of money to do it. It's the little things that change up the car, the combination of the vehicle. So more boost, more pressure, more horsepower. Let's hit that stuff. Give me the, this is the one you cut? Yeah. There you go. One more. Hoping you get another 60 to 70 horsepower more just by adding a spring.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
You want to add a little cheap, fast horsepower? Something as simple as this. I'm going to put it all the way down.
It's what do you think the guy that drives the supercar is doing right now? Listen to your protocol music.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Martin. It's beautiful gardens. Today, we are taking out the specialty aperta and mastering launch control. I got the great opportunity to participate in the race. I want to make sure that I'm doing the best launch as possible so that we can win. Make sure the car is in race mode. Then we're going to click the button labeled PS. We're going to put our left foot firmly on the brake, right foot firmly on the gas, floor it, off you go. There you go, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. The technology in the traction control and the launch control make it almost impossible to mess up the launch. The sleeper car guys have more at stake because they've been working on their cars tirelessly, and come race day, it's possible their car is going to have a problem. I just have to perform well in terms of doing launch control, but really it's not all that difficult to do.
Yeah, I think we should just stick to the plan. Maybe just at least put a 250 in it, be able to just progress it in a little slow. Maybe you can do 2 passes, and then do 1, and then
anything else, you know.
Okay. When you got your bottom pressure, make sure you get the fuel, make sure the fuel is turning on.
So we're going to heat up the nitrous to build pressure on the bottle. That way it'll exit the bottle faster, maintain certain pressure that we need. Car is vehicle.
First on the club, we did pretty good. We made a 617 real world horsepower, even though we had a little problem with the rain too.
I got off there because it's raining and that's like 30 seconds. What is it? It seemed like it started turning and I had to go back up. Dude, I'm gonna do it another way. Check the bottle pressure again.
For some reason, the timing started creeping back up and the air fluid was all off.
The time you spike back up, it caused it to have more nitrous and fuel, and that would have caused big boom.
It could have blown up, but my tuner, TK Fab, he caught it just in time. So we only got a little bit more at the time to try to get this car out bent, check everything, and hopefully we get it ready in time.
Earlier today, what we did is we changed the wastegate spring. We're going to test right now to see what more power we increase.
You're about 14-ish.
But if you put too much into it,
you can break something.
We did a new hop on that one. It was just one tire, so we got to maybe make an adjustment on air pressure. You hot on the right rear tire.
Yeah, I think we just keep working with the tire pressure a little bit, see how we go.
Well, we put the 7-pound spring in, and it really changed the whole part. I mean, it is pushing a lot harder than what I expected.
Let me tell you, it felt good right now. Let me tell you.
The Motec is just like this fucking unreal computer system that controls everything on your car. It manages the engine, transmission, fuel. Like the cool thing about this computer is like you can literally spend as much time as you want tuning it. This supercars, you can't do all this shit. Sleeper cars, I highly doubt if anyone has this kind of technology in their cars, you know? That's our ace in the hole. My biggest fear with this car is just leaving. The first 60 feet of this car is like make it or break it. Just want to win.
One of the craziest things about being a YouTuber is the comments can be absolutely brutal. I know if I lose, I'm going to get a lot of hate online.
Put us out little boys on a map. And I'm like, come on, hit the gas and just break for the best, and I'll come out on top. I think my Uncle Eddie will be really excited and proud. This is for him. Hoping I can follow through with it.
Excited to say competition for sure. See what I'm up against.
What we'll do is wait for the rest of the cars to get here.
I like that car.
I mean, it's beautiful. That's a battle of good night.
Wow.
How you doing, Jim?
I love the chiller. Sick. Yeah. I've always liked Vegas. Something about like a fast wagon and getting beat by a fast wagon. It's like a little demoralizing. So cool. Jim's old school. He doesn't say too much. Can we see your car? It was originally a road race car. What do you think your boost was? Right now, 16. Here comes another one.
No,
Those guys are on leaderboards? Those Compton dudes? Oh, they're straight racing. How's it going? How you doing? Frankie. Yeah. Looks like it's got a carburetor. Yeah. Nitrous. Yeah, this is my first race ever. That's not on the street. It's actually different because I'm not, you worry about the cops are looking into my back. When no cops are around, I can pretty much concentrate on the race and just try to get down here in first place. It's ugly, but that's my words. In my opinion, it's something true. Other than obviously the supercar, we have traction. But, yeah. Obviously, we all are competitive. Like I could tell Jim, that guy's a beast. He's staying in his mindset. I respect that. Same with Kron. That part of it, there's gamemanship in it. At the end of the day, these guys are only going to let on what they want to do.
Look at how that's coming up. The gun. On me. It's come with other stuff.
Oh, I don't know. You know him? Yeah, it's Parker. He's got a YouTube channel. Oh, he looks familiar. It's kind of, from what I understand, how he's like made his money. Yep.
That's his graduation present. What's
What's going on, guys? Parker. That's me. Meet and greet.
right here on the impulse of the next spot.
All right. I had the nicest for about a half hour. I'm super excited today. Once in a lifetime thing. A little, $20,000 budget build car to get the racing supercars. Color's crazy.
That roller coaster is car fast car.
The Mustang, I asked them how much nitrous they were using, and they answered with like a 200 shot of nitrous, which is a ridiculous amount. The Vega, I think, has a truck turbocharger in a normal car, so it could be making some serious power. I'm thinking the Buick might give me the best competition. I think on the surface, it doesn't look like it has a whole bunch, but definitely looking under the hood, you can tell it's got some serious stuff going on.
So you want to eat that?
Yeah, Buick.
That's quick.
Computerized. Yeah. No lift shifting after first gear. Nice. And he's got some extra electronics that's definitely going to give him an advantage. The Buick also has launch control, so that's a pretty big deal. I am way more nervous than before.
Even drive a safely. This is a quarter-mile race today. The amber light does not come on, so it'll be red, green, go on green. You leave your assigned lane, you will be disqualified. Stay in your lane. Any questions on that? All right. It's build versus bought. Good luck to each of you guys. All right.
Once you get that itch for racing, like it doesn't work. This is the fastest car. I want to keep stuck. I really want to win because having the most expensive car, it would be embarrassing to go home with the loss. I'm doing this race for my kids that are here watching. I just want to win bad.
I thought he was a big support to me. I think he was good stuff.
All the family for my $2 as well. This race, it will be for sure more street credit for me and how to meet the goals.
I believe came to win.
They got some fast ass cars. Damn.
Well, that was annihilation.
You got out. Yeah. Well, this was exciting, you know. I was pedaling, and somebody once I was, your plan's go straight, and that's, you know, that's the back wheels come right here beside me, you know. So yeah, it's good. It feels like a boxing match, you know. Yeah, you get the first two punches, and it just draws your head a little bit, then you get back in, and you just have to focus even more. Look at those marks. I mean, that's driving. I mean, you said it was gnarly, but you kept it in the space. You drove it. You managed the situation. Good job. Good job.
I left the line a little bit late because the time between the red and the green was long enough to where my launch control failed halfway through, and then I had to go into launch control again. So I left a little late, but the cars were definitely faster. So it definitely gives me some inspiration for building a car. I think that would be a fun project.
I got smoked. It was all on the launch. You know, I knew my race was going to be won or lost on the launch. And both of those guys just got far out ahead of me. Jim got fucking crazy cycles. That was cool to see. Driving by my kids and seeing them smiling. End of the day, it's like, okay, we accomplished what we wanted. We had fun. And this whole journey's been fun.
Yeah. I came here with the intention, you know, to fuck up all the cars. Like I said, we all had a good experience, so we came out on top.
It's like, yeah, I actually won.
You see the win enough from the beginning. So you don't win, right? So, I remember this. Stay with me.
In P4, we have Parker. P3, we have. In P2, we have Frank. Our champion in first place. You will return for a 6-wide race in the championship. So you'll be racing against 5 other champions to see who is the fastest car.
Just racing is fucking cool. Like, if you race, you just know what it's about, and like, everyone's happy. I don't see any like long faces. It's just cool to see everyone come together because that's what it's about.
Well, a team. We all want a team. If it wasn't for him, I mean, I'd probably be at home right now. Oh, no. No.
After my accident, they gave me a 50-50 shot to make it. I didn't know if I was going to race again. I want to win and prove that we can come back from it. When I got back from Afghanistan, it takes a little bit to adapt to it. It's a late lifestyle again. But my car got me through that time. I built it myself, but I know I could definitely be a supercar. A few years ago, nobody had ever heard about Tesla. It doesn't look like a stupid fast car, but it's just off fun from people in the track. We would love to see this Tesla wipe the field with all these damn muscle car guys or import guys.
I think I can take the race because I've got the vehicle that can do it, and I've got more balls and brains.
If my jump holds together off the line, supercar doesn't have a chance.
I like to think about this, right? How it lived a long, hard life. Ever since she retired and died in the desert, and it never revived. It's the wildest
If you asked that truck, it probably would say you should have left me there.
But she would have let me die. My name's Joshua Manifold, and I'm driving a 1977 Toyota Hilux pickup. You can't see this truck and don't want to know more about it. Its name is Death Wish. It's always trying to kill me, whether it's killing me by keeping me up for days straight to get it run, or sending me off the road. It's a twin turbocharged 6-liter LS motor, and it's in a 2006 Crown Vic front rear suspension. I came out of the room. Yeah, I just had a pick out in the woods and go to the mud. I was modifying bigger, better, faster. I've always been attracted to Toyota pickups. I think it's because my dad liked them and I just had to learn how to like them. It's a disease that
I've got a life motto. I believe that negative experiences hold more value than positive experiences. When you're in your worst times is when magic happens, and that is 100% the story of my 77 years. I think a lot of it. A buddy of mine and I had spotted this highlights in this guy's backyard, abandoned in the desert for 15 years. And it didn't run, but there was still something special about it. I spent about a week or so trying to get the truck running in Phoenix because I intended to drive it back from Phoenix to New Hampshire in 100% stock form. And when I finally left, within the first 200 miles, I had to stop 35 times to fix or diagnose this thing. So many people had asked me, why didn't you burn the thing, get a plane ticket, a junk little truck, and it's not worth the aggravation and the effort. But doing something that people think you can't do or shouldn't do is sort of a little bit of a mission for me in general. I didn't want to quit when I knew it was possible. So I started doing something where anybody who helped me out of the kindness of their heart and expected nothing in return, I had them sign the truck, whether they donated parts, time, material, labor, a shower. And that happened all the way across the country. This truck has its own magic. I don't know what it is, but people love it. Meeting all of these amazing people that just stepped up without even being asked, you come to realize that if you look at the world through the eyes of the media, it's a dangerous, scary place. But if you actually get up to it and experience it on a person-to-person level, it's full of love, kindness, and regular people who just want to help. I mean, this would be like a double middle finger to anybody who's ever doubted my drive or abilities. I would be able to present the work and the effort that hundreds and hundreds of people have put into this vehicle, and they'd be able to see it. Their effort didn't get stuffed in the back of the barn. It went on to whoop some supercar ass.
In drag racing, the most important thing is reaction time. Red light. Oh,
That's fine.
They want to hire you to drive this supercar.
Maybe I should race.
Trip, my girlfriend, Melissa likes to see me win because she knows that if I win, I'm in a better mood.